Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Nicole Adelman, and we are sitting here for True Story. I am very happy to be speaking with Ondřej Vavrečka. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Happy to have you in our studio. And today we'll be talking about your very interesting film called Personal Life of a Whole.
Yes.
Yes, sir. And he has his ukulele with him today, so I have the sense that we might be singing a song by the end of this recording.
Well, actually, this is not an interview. This is the rehearsal of a new song. So we are trying to compose a new song out of this interview, and we're gonna try to compose it, and I will accompany it with my ukulele.
I'm so excited. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Perfect. May I ask a few questions, though, as we rehearse our song?
Sure.
Cool. So for me, as a viewer of A Personal Life of a Whole, it definitely was what I'd call an art film. You can disagree with me. Feel free. And there was a lot of humor in it. So my first question to you, because you seem to have a philosophical obsession with holes, what is your personal relationship with holes? And do you have one in particular that is worth mentioning?
The film itself, I would say that the whole itself is a pretext or the connecting topic, how to connect the film, which itself is about the world. And I just learned that the world is less solid and it's more full of holes. For example, if we see the structure of material, of the atoms and so on, they are more holy than it is. It is not something substantial. Or relationship is also something which is full of holes, full of waiting. Or the human being. We have memory, but memory wouldn't be working without forgetting. So this was some kind of, like a twist in my mind, because when I was small, I thought that it would be a nice beginning of the song. When I was small.
Oh, wait, should I take notes?
When I was small. I thought that the world was something substantial.
When I was small, I thought the world was something substantial.
But it isn't. So it
Okay, I like where this is going. Okay.
And now I know, and now I know.
And now I know
that world is full of holes.
Now I know, baby, the world is full of holes.
So, when I was small, I thought that the world is something substantial. But I know, but now I know that
the world is full of holes.
And now some kind of refrain, right?
Yeah.
Hole.
Holes.
Because the whole is because
Yes.
there is also the play with the words. Because in English, whole means a hole, like something. But to
empty
true,
space,
empty space, like a void space. But the whole means like the wholeness.
Yep.
The whole world,
Yep. Different spelling, same pronunciation.
So we can use this homophone in our song. Hole. Yeah, something. It's a little bit stupid. Okay, we can continue.
No problem. So my first question is, and I see from your background that you really do have a very expansive art background. So what was your inspiration?
I don't have a specific inspiration because the film is more for me. It's like my life. So what I live, I put it there. What I think about, I put it there. So it is. I don't follow the script. I don't follow the one idea. I follow more. So when I'm doing the film, it's more like it's like less dramaturgy. It's like less in time. It's like more being in space. And I'm trying to build up a certain space, filmic space. And the film itself, there's quite a lot of blank spaces, like black, which was the idea of Anna Petruželová, who was editing the film with me. That film itself also in the structure should have the holes.
Yeah.
So this is it. And but speaking about inspiration, well, for me, like the continuous inspiration is Sergei Mikhailovich Eisenstein, and with his concept of intellectual film. And I think this is something which not a lot of people are doing, especially in the framework of documentary filmmaking, because now documentary filmmaking is much more connected with the cinema verite tradition, like synchro sound, being in the place. And for me, it's more or less opposite thing. For me, what is important is theatrical being, stylization, and so. Would
you say almost this awareness that you are watching a film?
Of course, this
like
is
very Brechtian. Bertolt Brecht.
Yeah. And so. Maybe I was reading when I was creating the film. I was reading Brecht as well, and his concept of Lehrstück, which is something which is a theater piece made for learning the audience. And as I'm a teacher as well, it's because before. It should have been a film, like I to say, like learning film, like an instructional movie, what we can see, like a small encyclopedia of wholes, So this kind of like Lehrstück, it was one of the inspiration as well.
I love it. And on that note, please let's let our viewers and our listeners get to know you and this film a little bit better. We're going to watch the trailer.
Okay.
Giura.
No, to jo.
Et à partir de ce moment-là, commence un voyage intérieur.
Zahnali nás do úzké uličky. Že to je vlastně hrozně ošajstlých hledat jasnou odpověď. Jo, že ty nejistoty mezi sebou kloužou, jak se vlastně jako navazujou.
Giura.
Z úhlu pohledu budoucích generací naše období bude spadat do jednoho z intervalů, které se samotným radioaktivním datováním nedají blíže určit a představují tudíž takovou neurčitou díru.
Au.
Okno je díra bez zdi.
Nebo ve střeše.
Díra.
Na uhlí.
Díra.
Ozónová.
Díra.
Ve filmu.
Takže tak. Ticho.
Very nice. So I have a performance background myself, and I was really enjoying your jolly group of merrymakers. Are you part of a performance group that you also make film together as part of your ways of expressing?
Jo. We have the theater group, which is called Théâtre de la Liberté, like the theater of the freedom, and. But now it's a little bit hibernating. So this is it. That first these friends from the theater group Then, as I mentioned, my friend Anna Petruželová and other friends, they were all the time willing to help me to find the things and do the things and shoot the things. And then I very often have my camera with myself, and I just shoot what I like, and I do it by myself. Also the performance. So this is it, and that's why I use the because there's a trick because I didn't have an when you are somewhere and you find something, but there is no actor there. And I didn't want to act there all the time, so I just invented this void character, which is just a hat, you know.
The hat, you mean? The chapeau?
Yeah, chapeau.
Yeah.
And so this was like how to say, the universal actor, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why it's in the film, and also it's like a void character, the character, the holy character.
The holy character.
Yeah.
I think it reads.
Which is yourself, which is all. Everyone here is
every
the
man.
Holy character.
Yeah, we all are
holy.
Have vacancies.
Yes,
spaces.
but also the connection with the double meaning that we are all of us are holy persons.
You bring up a lot of concepts in your film as well, and you interview a lot of really interesting people from many different career paths. Can you speak to me more about aleatory materialism and what that actually means? It's a concept that you bring up in the film more than once.
It's something which is a little bit intellectual, but okay.
Can we handle it?
Yeah,
viewers,
sure,
listeners, I think we can.
No, but it's quite a nice thing because it's connected with the material itself. And it's this tradition, or the word aleatory materialism is by Louis Althusser, who was the French philosopher who strangled his wife. And
don't try this at home.
And this tradition goes back to Empedocles, and basically the concept is that we don't have. The concept of aleatory materialism says that there is no point, there is no end, there is no theology in the history. There is no beginning. Everything is just a float of material, and sometimes in the floating of the material, he uses the metaphor of the rain. Empedocles, that there is raining, and sometimes the drop of the rain touches the other drop, and some kind of encounter appears. So you can't predict it. It's like non-theological because there is no authority which is above or below it. And so this is it, the aleatory materialism.
A lot of this is what it is. A lot of uncertainty.
Yeah.
There are actually no stable points. Life is a risk.
But when you say the word stable, it means that there is something stable and unstable. But aleatory materialism doesn't work with this
either or.
Yeah, it does, but not in this sense, you know, because it is the way it is, and that's it. It can't be the different way, you know. It for example, when you do something, I don't know, I'm here, you know, and then I go back home, or
somewhere,
or for some shooting, I can say I should have acted differently, and it's bad, you know, because it was the way it was, it was the way it is, and it is like this. I did my best, and it is like this. No problem. Yeah. So this is this concept, philosophical concept of rain and material and aleatory materialism.
Aleatory materialism. Aleatory materialism. True Story is a documentary podcast powered by the Institute of Documentary Film. You can find news from the world of film on all the common platforms such as iTunes, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, as well as on docweb.net. I'd like to speak briefly about one character that came up in your film that I was so endeared by, and I don't want to assume, but there was the older gentleman, the grandpa character with the pine cones.
Yeah.
Is that your grandpa?
No, it's a grandpa. It was actually
Oh no.
the grandpa of my friend Ondřej, with which I have the musical group.
Okay.
And he's in the film as well. And and it's as well the way it is. You know?
Right. This gentleman obsessed with pine cones. He had a real collection of pine cones, and they were all around his bed. It made me think, how do you get in and out of your bed?
It wasn't his bed. It was the bed of his wife. At that time, she was at the hospital, and I don't think that he's collecting them. He's just thinking that it is something important. So
pine cones.
Yeah.
Pine cones, and having an overabundance of pine cones.
No. I think that the thing is he himself was also a little bit surprised that it's so much of the pine cones in the
room.
In the room. But for him, it was important when he was outside to bring something inside. And the pine cones was the best thing to bring from outside to inside, to make the sense, because when you were outside for a walk, for example, he wanted to put a sense to his walk. So he took the cones home. But the thing is, the very nice thing is that he doesn't know why he's doing it.
I got that from the film.
Yeah. And it looks very poetic, but he himself wasn't poetic at all. He was very practical. And I think that when I was speaking to him, that there was some kind of hints that someone told him that it would be nice when you are doing a fire, to use the
pine cones. They smell amazing.
Yeah.
Pop some pine cones
or just to
in there.
Start the fire, because there's a lot of I don't know how it's called, the material.
Little speles, little sticks.
And the smula, the
schmutz that is flammable.
Yeah.
Flammable schmutz.
Yeah. Schmutz?
It's Yiddish or German for just,
Schmutz?
dreck, like the stuff.
Dreck.
Yes. Couple of last questions and last thoughts before we do our final rehearsal of the song.
Okay.
One of the things that I thought was really beautiful and interesting is that audio is definitely a character, I would say, in your film. And obviously you brought your ukulele today, so sound and music as a tool is something that's extremely important to you as an artist, would you say?
Yes, but because now I don't, because also I have two bands, and a little bit it's not working as I would like to work.
Okay.
And so like the film is my band, So I'm doing the music for the film, and but not all the music is by myself. It's the rest. A lot of the music is by Shostakovich, Dmitri Shostakovich, the Russian composer or Soviet composer. Then Tomáš Štípil, very good musician from Brno. Zdravíme Brno. So this is it. Like for me, like whole editing processes is kind of organ, because you have like music instrument, you have a lot of keys, and you are doing some kind of opus magnum, fantasticum,
and maybe it comes out like bum 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 bum.
No, jasně, anebo
ding 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 ding.
No. So this
I'm
is
just
it.
practicing for our song.
Yeah. So you have to conclude with the song.
Yes, but I would like to say to our listeners and viewers that it's really a very beautiful film. For me, it was about accepting personal transformation through imperfection.
Accepting. I think it's also it was the word when we were editing with Anička, we was speaking a lot. It was pronounced a lot of times.
Accepting
the structure of the world, which
yeah,
is
exactly.
which is a void, in
itself. One last thought, because I love people to know how they can find how they can see your film, how we can support you. What's next?
Next is that we have the Czech distributor, which I would like to mention now, Clara Kain Distribution, and she will be doing this distribution. And then our producer, Alžběta Janáčková from Silk Film, we are now negotiating about the distribution abroad.
Okay.
So it's open, and we would like to have the premiere in the
Theater?
normal theater, and we still don't know when, but it should be somewhere in the beginning of next year.
Sounds good.
My dear,
Yes.
come to see the film.
Come to the theater, darling. Come to the film cinema.
No, jasně.
Come to the kino.
Kino.
Okay, we gotta
Okay.
go. So let's sing our song. What do we got?
Well,
I don't know what I'm singing, but I'll do my best.
I will.
When I was small, I thought the world was substantial. What did... Holes, 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 holes.
The world is full of holes. Holy holes.
Holy holes.
Because world is something full of holes.
Full of...
Or empty of holes.
Full and empty of
Of the
holes.
holes.
Oh yeah, the personal life of holes. Oh yeah, man. Personal life of holes. True Story is a documentary podcast powered by the Institute of Documentary Film. You can find news from the world of film on all the common platforms such as iTunes, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, as well as on docweb.net.